Hey there, and welcome. Our days are filled with these little automatic moments, right? Like walking out the door, hopping in the car, or that final step back into our own home. So today, we're going to look at how one of those simple acts, just coming home, can become this incredible moment of connection and real peace. I mean, really think about it for a second. What does it truly mean to come home at the end of a long day? What are you actually seeking? It's not just four walls and a roof, is it? It's a sanctuary. It's that one place where you can finally let go of all the stress from the outside world and just breathe. Well, in Islam, that exact moment, that transition from the busy world outside to the quiet of your home, is seen as really important. It's actually marked by a specific prayer, a dua. And this prayer is all about intentionally framing that moment of arrival with mindfulness and a sense of spirituality. So let's get into it. We're going to take a closer look at the words and the meaning behind this beautiful prayer. We'll break it down piece by piece to really uncover the incredible depth that's packed into just a couple of lines. All right, first up, the words of the dua. Let's see what this prayer is all about, starting with the original words. And here it is in the original Arabic script. Now, even if you can't read it, you can just feel the beauty in its flow and structure, right? This is the sound, the shape of a prayer that's been recited for centuries. And to help us all connect with the sound and the rhythm of it, here's the transliteration. It helps you get a feel for how it's pronounced. It goes, Allahumma inni asaluka khayra al-mawalaji wa khayra al-makhraji. Bismillahi walajna wa bismillahi kharajna wa ala Allahi rabbina tawakkalna. Okay, and here's what it all means in English. This translation is really going to be our guide for the next few minutes. Everything we talk about comes back to these words, so let's just let them sink in. All right, section 2, entering and leaving. This is a prayer for every single transition, and you'll see it's about so much more than just walking through a door. The real key to understanding this first part is one little word, khair. Now, we translate it as goodness, but it's so much bigger than that. Think of it as all-encompassing good. We're talking about peace in your home, safety from anything bad, blessings in your work, your spiritual health, the whole shebang. You're basically asking for the best of everything, materially and spiritually. And did you catch this? The prayer asks for this khair, not just when you come in, but also when you leave. It's such a beautiful idea, isn't it? It treats your home like the central hub for your whole life, asking for blessings and protection for all your comings and your goings. So what this does is it completely reframes what a doorway is. It's not just a piece of wood anymore. It becomes this intentional checkpoint, a moment of transition where you can consciously pause and ask for grace to be with you, whether you're coming or going. And then the prayer builds on that. You get the phrase with Allah's name, or Bismillah. This is a huge concept in Islam. It's what you say when you start, well, pretty much anything. It's this beautiful way of turning a simple action, like walking through a door, into something sacred. It's a deliberate choice to start with God in mind. Okay, now we're getting to the final part of the prayer, and honestly, this might be the most powerful line of all. This is where it goes from just being a request to being this incredible declaration of faith. So, to really get this final line, you have to understand a concept called tawakkul. This isn't just wishful thinking or passive hope. It's an active trust. It's the idea that you do everything in your power, you give it your absolute best, and then you let go of the worry. You release the anxiety about the outcome because you have this deep, heartfelt trust that you're being looked after by God. So when you say those final words, and upon Allah, our sustainer, do we rely, you're basically sealing the deal. You've asked for good things, you started in God's name, and now, with this last line, you're consciously handing over all your trust, all your worries, and all your hopes. And this is the real game changer. This final act of reliance, this tawakkul, it changes the whole experience. It's you intentionally letting go of control. It means you can walk into your house and genuinely leave the chaos of the world at the door, trusting that what's inside is safe and what you left behind is in good hands. So if you put it all together, this one short prayer is really like a 3-step spiritual practice. You've got a request for all-around goodness, that khair. You've got an act of remembrance, the Bismillah, and you wrap it all up with a powerful declaration of trust, the tawakkul. Okay, so that's the meaning, but what does this actually do? How can saying a few words as you walk through a door actually change your daily routine? Well, it's all about turning something you do on autopilot into a mindful practice. So instead of just bursting through the door, you pause for just a second, you say the prayer. Not like you're reciting a magic spell, but really thinking about what you're saying. And then you walk in with a totally different mindset. You enter with this feeling of peace and security. And that's the ultimate goal here. Your front door stops being just an entrance. It becomes a gateway. It becomes a little checkpoint in your day where you can let go of the stress and consciously invite peace into your own personal sanctuary. It's such a small thing, but the psychological and spiritual payoff is just huge. So that kind of leaves us with a bigger question to think about, doesn't it? If this one small prayer can totally change the simple act of coming home, what other little moments in our day could we transform? With just a tiny bit of intention. What other thresholds in your life could become gateways to something more meaningful?